Jonathan Lederman from LSS Law, and today I'm going to answer the question of what happens to my assets once I file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Now, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy is not a liquidation bankruptcy. It's a reorganization bankruptcy. So what that means is the assumption is there that you will be able to keep all of your non-exempt personal property. Basically, there are certain categories of the assets that you own that are exempt from the bankruptcy process. And in Florida, most commonly, it is equity in a homestead, cash surrender value in a life insurance policy, and retirement account balances. Everything else that you own, whether that's additional investment real property, the household goods and furnishings that are contained in your residence, equity in a vehicle, jewelry, that kind of stuff, that is all categorized as non-exempt personal property. Now, in every state, including Florida, there are exemption laws which allow you to protect some of that. In Florida, if you qualify, and if you don't have a homestead exemption you're claiming, you get a $4,000 exemption for that. You get $1,000 to apply to any personal property and $1,000 to specifically apply to the equity in a vehicle you own outright or a financed one that has equity. So at most in Florida, you can claim $6,000 of personal property exemptions. Now in Chapter 13, you are proposing a plan to at least partially repay your creditors. And that plan payment is based on either your disposable income or the value of these non-exempt personal assets that you own. Whichever is more is what your plan payment will be based on, but none of the things that you own will be liquidated by the Chapter 13 trustee like it could be in a Chapter 7. So those people that own a lot of unprotected personal property that would otherwise qualify for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy sometimes choose to file a Chapter 13 because it's easier to protect personal property that's worth a lot of money in a Chapter 13 than in a Chapter 7. If you would like to discuss this issue or any other with myself or any other experienced bankruptcy attorney in my office, you can schedule a no-cost, no-obligation strategy session by simply calling and asking for one. What we do in a strategy session is we sit down with you, go over your goals, your aspirations, and provide you with all the options that you have both in and out of bankruptcy and help you make a very informed decision that's best for you and your family. If you're not quite ready for that step and you simply want to gain access to additional resources, or you'd like to watch some other videos in which I answer additional frequently asked questions, you can click on the links below to access those. Please remember, doing nothing changes nothing. If you do nothing and ignore your situation, please recognize that you're making a decision, and a pretty poor one at that, in my opinion. There's no risk involved in sitting down with us to discuss your options. All you have to do is call us. We're here, ready, willing, and able to help you whenever you're ready. Just pick up the phone.